Alright, here we go. Looks like everything is set up. Do you all hear me? I have not done the stream since like February. Yes. Alright, is everyone hearing me or is everything good? Alright, so is everything good? Alright. So, let's begin tracking this thing. So in case you all are just figuring out the information, Laura is now a monstrous Category 4 storm with 150 mile per hour winds, a pressure of 940 millibars, and it is moving at north-northwest at 15 miles an hour. It's currently located at 28.4 degrees north, 92.9 degrees west, and that is the latest information from 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central. As of right now, I'm going to be trying to make sure, because I'm still new to the Streamlabs and stuff. Alright, so let me work on this, make sure that... What, I'm about to see a black screen for a moment. Hold on. We're just going to do browser source. God damn it. I'm still new to this, I'm sorry. I'm not giving my PC specs, okay. Again, I'm new. I can't get this right. I still can't. Alright, so. Alright, screw it. We're just gonna do it the way I have right now. Alright, screw it. We'll just do it that way. Alright, so I'll try to get to y'all's YouTube comments during this. So if you have questions, if you want anything that you want me to get to, let me know in the chat. I'll be checking it. And I'll try to get to all those. As of right now, this is a very dangerous situation. Going to the good satellites and stuff. Okay, there's a tick on me. Alright, so here's what it looks like on satellite right now. You can really see how this is becoming a very serious situation right now. Obviously, sunset kind of changed the eye a bit, if you look at it. I mean, it had this cool eye, now it's just... I mean, usually nighttime has a different perspective on cyclones, that's all I can say. Yeah, this thing is pretty big. I mean, you got outflow going all the way to the western coast of Florida here. So you got outflow from Texas all the way to Florida. So we're talking about the whole entire length of the Gulf Coast here. And we got the influence going all the way up through Arkansas and Missouri. So, I mean, Kentucky and Tennessee are also getting stuff from. So needless to say, it's a really interesting storm to be tracking at the moment. And I have honestly seen nothing... But yeah, so yeah, 150 mile an hour winds. Recon did go in earlier. They found 140 knot SFMRs, but they did not find Category 5 flight level winds. So therefore, it is still 150 miles an hour. However, if flight levels do increase to Category 5, then we will see a brief upgrade to Category 5. I honestly do not want this to happen. I mean, this is already a serious enough disaster. Worth pointing out, this has already broken a lot of, I'm echoing. Again, I'm still new to these streams, so I apologize. Alright, so basically we've already broken a lot of records. This is the strongest August storm in the, Gulf of Mexico since Katrina 2005. Not only that, this is the fastest intensification as we went up 75 miles an hour in 24 hours. That is the first time we've done such a thing in the Atlantic since Hurricane Maria in 2017. Including that, this will be our 7th U.S. continental landfall of 2020. and the third hurricane landfall of 2020 in the Atlantic. A lot of records and a lot of times that it's been a while that we've seen. So if you are in this path, Louisiana, pretty much all Louisiana at this point, in all of eastern Texas, you really need to have a plan. Your time pretty much is up if you have not prepared yet. Those of you who have decided to ride it out, you have made a severe mistake, considering the fact this is the strongest storm to ever hit that region. You do not know what it's like. You may have said, yeah, you were part of Rita, but this is stronger than Rita. Rita was only 125 miles an hour at landfall. We are currently talking about one with 150, possibly stronger. As of right now, my analysis puts it at 155 miles an hour and a pressure of 937, but obviously that is not what the National Hurricane Center has said, that they've usually been a little bit higher on the pressure. Alright, so any question? Yeah, we have Bobby in the Western Pacific, but that's only in the Korean. That's pretty much weakening at this point. Nobody cares about Iselle and Hernan, so we will not be covering that at all in this stream. It's only solely focused on Laura. So yeah, if you think about it, we can go to twitter.com. Oh yeah, it's a great page, and you can see that once you type in hashtag Laura, you can see the chaos that's going on. But yeah, here is the aircraft that we have seen. That was from 801. You can see these pink ones. I mean, that correspond to about 140 knots. At least the flight level speed. So this is kind of getting stronger, but this is just below Cat 5 at this point. Thing is, there is not much of a smidge for between Category 4, 155 miles an hour, and a Category 5. They are equally as bad. One's just worse and more hyped up. We are talking about a very strong landfall. I have not seen anything in this area like this, to be honest. Like, we have had Michael, that was in Florida Panhandle. We had Dorian last year, and now we have Laura. And to be honest, given the fact that this has intensified so much, I am pretty certain that this will be the last time Laura will be used. And yeah, as you can tell, this is the last bit of sun pre-landfall in Lake Charles. This is the last sunset you will see before the entire landscape is changed by tomorrow at sunrise. Very surreal to know that once this ends, once we see the sunrise again, this will not be looking the same. Yep, you got Weather Channel live right now. 7 mile an hour shy of Cat 5. I mean, I still think there's some chance that this does end up going up to Cat 5, but as of right now, I just don't see it. I just hope that it doesn't happen. But yeah, they have passed again. They have seen that this is, they have found 155 mile per hour sustained winds and flight level. So I am pretty sure at the 9 p.m. update, which is in 28 minutes, they should be following suit and going up to 155. Yes, Sadlik? Why are you sad? I'm mainly focusing on Laura, not talking storms at the moment. See, let's take a look at the Recon that we've got so far. See, we got a new Recon flight going on right now. Now we'll probably see what's going to happen with that. And then we got the current one, which is currently sampling. It's just extreme. I mean, this one's pretty much finished at this point, so regardless, there's not much change. See that's the flight on that. They found pressure 1 millibar lower than it currently is, so it'll likely be 155 knot 39 at 9. Alright, so if any of you have questions about Laura, please send them in the chat. I have that up with me. Well, usually what they do with these kinds of shape with Recon is that they do tend to use it in order to predict future cyclones in case they ever follow this path again. Yeah, we got this one, so they should be figuring out what's going on with Laura. But I'm pretty sure that will not be until after the 9 p.m. update that they do get the newest information on that. So most likely, at this point, it will probably be 155 at 10 or 11. So yeah, let's see what we got here. I'm trying to see if there's any damage updates that we can figure out. What? 158 miles an hour winds recorded in the northern eye wall? If this is flight level winds that we're tracking here, SFMRs are already 140 knots, which is 160. So if we have the flight level winds, this might actually be a Category 5. It's going to be interesting to see what 9 p.m. Update says. And yeah, that's not good. If it's wobbling left, it's only going to give it an extra couple minutes of that it's west. Because if you think about it, there's that little curve. So any more that it shifts west, it's more time in the water. Definitely not good news at all for this storm, as it continues to pummel its way towards the Louisiana and Texas coastline. So yeah, and as you can tell, in case you haven't noticed, there is now a high risk of flash flooding. It used to be moderate for tonight, but now there is a very likely chance of flash flooding, especially for the Lake Charles area. Keep in mind, this is not good at all, especially considering the fact that Lake Charles is about to get the worst of it anyways. At least 9 feet of storm surge expected in Lake Charles. So, like I said earlier, Lake Charles is the main city that was home to 78,000 people. It is going to look extremely different tomorrow morning. And honestly, I'm hoping that the National Weather Service Lake Charles office remains intact, considering the fact that they're usually the people that make the storm satellites and stuff that you usually see. This is regardlessly bad. I wish for a good case scenario from this, but there is nothing. We got Recon and SFMRs now pretty much verifying for a Category 5 now. Question is whether they will bring up to 155 at 9. I honestly don't see them putting it up to 160 due to the fact that the NHC tends to be conservative. But regardless, this is definitely a serious storm. So yeah, couple readings, flight disc. So yeah, the 157 mile per hour thing was flagged, so I'm pretty sure they're only going to go up to 155, the next one. But needless to say, let's take a look at the cone for those who have just been joining, as we got 9 people in here now, which is pretty nice, considering the fact I never expected that. So here's the current cone, 28A. You can tell that's going to be making a landfall really close to the Texas-Louisiana border, probably Cameron, Louisiana. Pretty much shift northward rapidly. We can only be a tropical storm by 1 p.m. tomorrow. And then accelerate northeastward as it becomes a post-tropical cyclone, pretty much affecting the mid-Atlantic where I am at, so I'll be affected by the remnants of Laura. And then it'll be moving out and accelerating, hitting Nova Scotia and Newfoundland. Now, I'd like to keep this in mind. Apparently there is now a chance that Laura may resurrect once it exits the mid-Atlantic. Kind of what Camille did back in 1969. It pretty much followed a similar track, well, except it was more eastern over here, Mississippi landfall. But regardless, it would be really interesting if Laura were to do so. And of course, if you want to review Hernan and Mizell, pretty much all they are trash storms, 40-mile-per-hour peaks for both. Nobody cares about them. They can go die in a fire for all I care. But yeah, so here's our flash flooding potential. You can see that there's now the new area of 50% plus high chance of flash flooding, which is not good at all. Now I'm going to say this, considering the fact this is only affecting through Saturday morning, this is likely to be expanded eastward for the Sunday morning one. So those of you in Maryland, Delaware, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey, do not think that you're out of this just because you're not in anything right now. You're likely still in a flooding threat. But right now the main concern remains Louisiana, eastern Texas, Arkansas, northwestern Tennessee, southeastern Missouri, and of course southwestern Kentucky. I'm really concerned about this pink shaded area. You've got flooding, you've got a whole bunch of storm surge, 15 to 20 feet. That is not something to take lightly. I mean, here's the peak surge. You got 15 to 20 feet in Calcasieu Lake, the Johnson Bayou, and then you got 10 to 15 in Sabine Lake, Searim State Park, and Rockefeller Wildlife Refuge. I mean, you're talking about a good swath of areas that's getting 10 to 15 feet of storm surge or more. Galveston, you're getting 2 to 4 feet. Vermilion Bay, you're getting 8 to 12 feet. And keep in mind, Vermilion Bay, they were not able to open their storm shelters at all because of the fact that the coronavirus pandemic is still a thing. So pretty much people are either told to go hop on I-10, head west or east, pretty much. And this is really horrible timing of the hurricane, considering the fact this is a freaking pandemic that we're in. And you've got a whole bunch of people trying to figure out where to go because there is no storm shelters that you can go to with this pandemic. And yeah, yes, Salmonator 65, that is going to actually drown homes. I mean, if you think about it, you got to combine this with the entire rainfall forecast. This is in the next day, 3 days, but that puts us up to Saturday night. And you've got areas of 10 to 15 inches just south in the northern Lake Charles, and then you got a whole bunch of... It's just a monstrosity of a storm. Of course, the rain is going to let up as it gets weaker and spreads northward. But you got to remember, this is still a very serious storm, especially for Louisiana. I mean, yeah, it's lowlands too, so surge, when it's spreading up all the way down here past I-10, then you combine that with the heavy rainfall, that is not going to be a good scenario at all. And if you want to look at the storm surge inundation, hold on. I mean, you're talking about a freaking large swath here. I mean, you're talking about 50 miles inland. I mean, Lake Charles, this is going to be one of the worst events in history that we have analyzed, that you're getting this much. I mean, the problem is you got so many rivers and lakes in this area that it just makes everything much worse because water is normally flowing this way to the water. When you got water going the opposite way, it creates a much worse disaster. I mean, the fact that you got... Yeah, I mean, think of it, you got storm surge going all the way up over here in the, near LeBlanc and Reeves. It's pretty far inland when you take a look at it. I mean, thankfully it's not New Orleans, and New Orleans is not getting it bad. But regardless, it's still pretty insane that we're seeing any of this. I mean, this is the worst case scenario that pretty much everyone has predicted. HWRF, everyone was trying to say that that would not happen at all. Thing is, it happened. And even worse, if hurricane wasn't enough, there's already a freaking enhanced risk. This is rare that you see an enhanced risk. We had this with Isaias when it went up the entire eastern seaboard in early August. We have an enhanced risk for southern Louisiana, so Alexandria, New Iberia, Opelousas, and Pineville, and Lafayette. Those areas are under enhanced risk for severe weather. And that's on top of a Category 4 landfall. So that makes situations there even worse than it already is right now. On top of that, slight risk and effect for New Orleans, Minneapolis, Baton Rouge, Metairie, and Erie's completely different. But either way, you still got a slight risk for all of these areas, and that's all in association with Hurricane Laura. So needless to say, this is not something to be taken lightly, especially with the complete chaos this is going to be bringing. When you look at day 2, this is going to continue. You've already got a whole entire slight risk going on in Alexander, Shreveport, Little Rock. I mean, this is not good at all. Keep in mind, yeah, this is pretty much more what you're looking at right now, but that's associated with something else. Alright, and then once you go to day 3, pretty much the remnants are pretty much only up to this area here. Then this is the cutoff with the same pretty much thing, yeah. This is an association as it turns eastward, but this is not part of Laura, this is something else. Pretty much this is as Laura gets itself embedded in, loses its circulation. Hopefully. And then of course you got day 4, day 5, and yeah. Alright, let's see what Twitter feed is going on. Wait, who's being called the copycat? Alright, so 16 minutes at the latest until the next advisory on Laura. Here's looking at all the lightning in Laura's eye wall. I mean, that's pretty good for an eye wall. That just shows how intense and how much power this thing is bringing at the moment. I mean, I'm trying to see if there's anybody who's I don't get why people measure this with Katrina. Katrina and Laura are completely different cyclones. Do not compare this to Katrina. Do not compare this to Rita. This is an entirely different analog. This is an entirely different storm. A storm that will go down in history. And I'd like to keep in mind the last L name to get retired was Lily in 2002. So yeah, it's been a while since we've gotten an L name retired. Also, let's look at some of the good comments in here. Should I prepare for the possibility of not going to work in Norfolk, Virginia? Keep in mind, it's going to be a remnant low by the time... sometimes I don't get what people do. You should be more concerned about Louisiana, not Virginia. Or West Virginia. Okay, anyways. So yeah, strongest hurricane since 1970. At least landfalls. I mean, this is based off of wind speed, not pressure. Pressure-wise, Katrina is number 1. Alright, just reloaded. So the National Weather Service has just updated the graphic for their areas, even though they're really not doing much. So yeah, all Birmingham, Alabama is going to get is like isolated storms. I really don't know why they had to make a special graphic for it, but oh well. Alright, so here's the deepening trend. Here's a look at how the pressure has changed over the last couple of days, starting from August 24th to August 27th, 0 UTC. As you can tell, this thing has gone crazy. This a very steep drop starting at about August 25th, so late last night. And you can see we've pretty much kept on crashing down. We're now at 937, which means this thing is still strengthening, and it's only hours away from landfall. Given this, if this trend keeps on continuing for the next about 4 hours, given the fact that it's still got another 6 hours until landfall, 5 or 6 hours, then we are talking about a Category 5 landfall. You're not the only one here, Alan. There's the other eight other people. Sheesh. I'm pretty sure other people are watching a Force 13 right now, which I understand. Considering they're more professional with this and I don't have the fancy graphics or anything. So yeah, here's the freshwater canal now. As you can tell, this is starting to get much worse. Already up to 7 feet, and we're still got a while to go. And that was as of a couple of hours ago. So you've got a long way to go. Here's another sunset that will be changing the city tomorrow. So yeah, it's a very surreal sight. I mean, we're talking about... Alright, so we're waiting for the new advisory at 9. Yeah, this is definitely a serial storm. Alright, let's check out a look at Recon, whether they're now in the storm or not. Looks like they're not in the storm. Looks like they're getting to the outer fringe, so we got about 20 minutes before they really get into the good stuff of the storm. In the meantime, here's the current Recon flight. They're now going back to sample those northwestern edge of the storm, as that's only been tracking the northeastern and southwestern area. They'll probably be getting into the northwestern and southeastern to see where that's going up to right now. And for those that just said it's 2012, well, 2012 it's not 2012 anymore. It's not 2013 anymore. It's not 20, whatever you want to call it. 2012 storm only was strongest storm was Sandy, and that was only a Cat 3. This is our first major, this is our first Cat 2 or above storm. So the hurricane peak of hurricane season is coming up in the bank. Alright, so keep in mind everything that is in the pink is over 100 miles an hour, so that's a large swath. I mean, you're talking about hurricane winds just off the Louisiana, and this thing has still got another 100 miles until landfall. About 1,800 miles until landfall, so yeah, this is pretty bad. That just shows how far these strong winds go. I mean, I wish I could draw in here, but I guess I can't. Can I draw in here? Okay, guess not. Oh well. Alright, so new advisory coming out in about 12 minutes. That's a blooper. So yeah, here's a look at Lake Charles. You can tell it's just a ghost town. You see no cars in the parking lots. That's just a light. You see nothing. Everything is abandoned. This is the definition of an eerie sight. I mean, when you see these images, it's just spooky to see because literally everyone is gone. I mean, I'm just speechless looking at this. Alright. Yeah, here's some of the severe storms this is bringing into. I mean, the enhanced risk. Keep in mind you got an enhanced risk and the hurricane. So yeah, it's a very interesting wall cloud that you got here. I mean, that's just the calm before the storm. And of course, here was an International Space Station image from Laura earlier. If you notice, there's kind of these like 6 little indents in the eye. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6. I'd like to mention that the last time that we had 6 of these like this was Michael 2018, and we all know that was a Category 5. I love how someone's like, so this is how you sound like. If you notice, I literally did reveal my voice like once last year, and that was during my 150 sub special. Oh dear God, that was a while ago. Now, here's a rainbow image. So you're pretty much just waiting to see if there's anything that we can get in terms of how the outer fringes are affecting them. Alright, let's see if the National Hurricane Center is updated with the 9 p.m. update yet. There is no update yet. Okay. So let's update the latest on Laura. This is now the current satellite image. You can still tell it's pretty good. So yeah, the last satellite image was 6 minutes ago. I mean, this has got a pretty good stadium effect for an eye. Alan, I need you to stop bothering me about the freaking call. I'm not doing this with you, okay? I'm sorry, but this is something that needs to be done professionally and effectively. I'd like to point out that if you look, you can see that the California wildfires and the southwestern wildfires in general, the smoke is blowing all the way over to here. Now, of course, the smoke was blowing in the eastward direction, but because of outflow from Laura, it is now shifting towards the northeast. So, smoke is now pretty much going to the Dakotas and Minnesota thanks to Laura. And Wisconsin. But nobody cares about Wisconsin. I'm kidding. Anyways. Why did it do that? Okay, so here's the Alright, so here's a zoom in on Laura's eye. You can see it's pretty big. I think that's outdated though. Okay, never mind, that is very outdated. That's 5 hours ago. Why do people repost stuff that was from 5 hours ago? Why can't they get the latest information? Alright, so here's a zoomed in image on Hurricane Laura. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty big. Alright, so we're waiting the 9 p.m. update on Hurricane Laura. Currently not out yet. Okay, could someone stop? Northeastern Iowa, 116 knots. Now the Cat 4 would be a tad bit weaker, though. Alright, so let me see something here. So we got estimated pressure of 935.9 millibars. Measured winds of 158 millibars. I'm pretty sure we will have 155 or 160 in the next one, but I'm pretty sure that it will go with 155 due to conservative. Pretty much just reload this. If someone wants to mention me or something like that, I can. Here's another sunset image. Here you can see the slight hint of a rainbow. So yeah, I mean, it's one of those calm before the storm. It makes the sky look pretty beautiful the night before, and then it just deteriorates so badly before then. Wait, what the okay, this is different. So we have aircraft reconnaissance finding winds of 162 miles an hour. Keep in mind, SMFR has already found 140 knot winds, which is 160, so this is correct. This is not flagged. We now have a Category 5 hurricane. Alright, bold statement. If you've abandoned your companion animals, your livestock, your horses, I don't really give a F what Laura does to you. Alrighty then. That's a bold statement by someone. So yeah, here's an updated... No, so that's it, the Weather Channel. Weather Channel went overboard on the CGI again. Unsurprising. Why? No! What? I swear, it's like someone mixed Thor news with Into Thin Air and this was the result. Twitter, I swear. It's like Twitter is good for relevancy and damage with storms, but it's also bad with the freaking Thor news and... yeah, no. Okay. Okay, cool. Alright, so, let's see what Laura's up to. 8 p.m. Apparently kept it at 150, oddly. I don't see why they kept it at 150. Pressure is now down to 937 millibars. And is now located at 28.7 degrees north, 93.1 degrees west. So, I don't see why they kept it at 150 when pretty much everything points at 155 at the least now. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're probably going to wait to do most of the stuff at the 11 p.m. advisory. I just don't get why they did such, though. So, with that, the updated surface winds currently look like that. I'm pretty sure it's a little bit more north now, considering the fact that it's in the 9 p.m., not the 8 p.m. But needless to say, it's pretty big. Alright, so here's what is now still 150 mile per hour Laura. Not upgraded at all, but the pressure has deepened 3 millibars. I'm a little bit shocked that it didn't get upgraded again, but I mean, I'm pretty sure there's still about 4 hours for this thing to become a Cat 5. Alright, so, they did not upgrade it, but that is okay, I guess. I mean, it's them being conservative. I mean, as much as evidence proves otherwise. So here's a better look at the amount of lightning around Laura. Okay, I guess they don't want to do that. Alright. So yeah, literally no change in Laura except the fact that it did deepen 3 millibars to 937. So yeah, the center is now 95 miles away from Lake Charles. Given the current pace, we've got about 5 hours until landfall. See, here's the bigger stats at the moment. I guess this is why they kept it at 150. Keep in mind, 130 knots is about 150, 135 is 155, and etc. This is most likely why they kept it at about 150 at this advisory. Alright, so there we go. We got an image of Port Arthur, Texas. This is what Port Arthur looks like now. You can see that water is already rushing to shore and actually washing above the little structure that they currently... Oh, yeah. Whatever fence was there, it's gone now. I mean, you can see that this has already gone up past and it's riding up the grass now. So, the storm surge has already begun, and we still got another 95 miles until landfall, which is about 5 hours. Hey, this is going to be a very long night for Texas and Louisiana. Especially Louisiana. So yeah, it's to the point that even bomber planes are being evacuated to be saved from Laura. Alright, so let's see what is new here. So yeah, I mean, here's the thing. We got flight levels reporting winds of 158 miles. You got SFMRs reporting 157, or something like that. Yeah, we have tornadoes now, likely. We got tornadoes going on. I mean, this is just chaos. I mean, if you think about it, for those who want to compare this to Rio, keep in mind Rio 2005 did spawn the 4th most amount of tornadoes compared to every other. That was part of the reason some of the damage was so high. I mean, keep in mind that we're not even halfway through the season yet. The halfway mark is not until September 10th. And we only have 8 names left. So yeah, just to give an idea how far this thing is, Hurricane Laura is 400 miles away from Pensacola, and its outermost range still affecting Florida. So that just gives you an idea of how long its outflow expands to the east. Yeah, like I've said, when the sun comes in the morning, whatever is revealed will likely be a disaster, a war zone, or something like that. This will be a completely different landscape, the images you're seeing of land right now with the sunsets. And here's here's Houston. So yeah, it's a beautiful sunset for many, but the thing is, this is about to turn into Did someone legit just stream the weather? Okay, I guess, but they will do whatever they do. See, it's chaos. See, here's a time lapse. You can see the circulation of clouds slightly. At least the outer band. Just a subtle reminder of what's to come. So, keep in mind that on the expected landfall, it looks like landfall will still be around Thursday. So yeah, around 1 a.m. Between 12 and 1. And here's what's bad about this. For those who think it's already bad, it's about to get worse. Landfall is around high tide. High tide makes the surge even worse. And this is what really concerns me. This is why the surge is probably going to be in the upper end of the 15 to 20 feet in this area. I mean, and this is the zone in the 15 to 20 foot storm surge range, and we're talking about high tide mixed in with this. I mean, this is going to be a very, very devastating situation right now. Also, I'm going to mention, if you're going to actually do the maps and stuff, actually include the entire map. I don't know why Paris is legit multi-map. I'm pretty sure it still exists. Alrighty. Gotta love news reporters being lady. So yeah, given my Katrina weekend before Landfall, it was a Cat 5, but then a weekend and made a Category 3 Landfall. Now you've got a Cat 4 and still ramping up. Wait, what? What? Please keep the people of Florida in your prey. What? What? Okay, I'm pretty sure we can identify what is wrong with it. What? I'm very much confused on where the sense in this law. This is not hitting Florida. I am confused. What is this person con? Someone just fact checked. Wow. Well, that was a stupid moment right there. And the weird skies that are up north too, so yeah, this is pretty interesting what the skies are doing right before. See another look at the gun, which is apparently low quality for some reason. Apparently this person was bad at screenshotting things. Oh, looks like we got a new picture. So this is LaForce Parish. LaForce Parish in, Louisiana. See where this is already beginning to go bad. Yeah, I mean, you got things going up to the signs, you got stuff going all the way midway up the buildings. And the high level houses are good, but I'm pretty sure that's not gonna last. Alright, so let's check on Recon at the moment. Here's the current satellite image. Still a very developed eye here. This thing refuses to die anytime soon. Alright, let's check on Recon. Alright, so it looks like they stopped registering the storm, I guess not until the storm gets in. So here's the update on the Recon as of 9 p.m. As you can tell, pretty much at this point there's already hurricane force winds, except all the winds that are pretty hurricane force winds at least are focused from this area where I'm putting my mouse. Pretty much this elongated area of hurricane force winds extending up to here. So most of the stuff is happening on the eastern side, as we mentioned, and that's what's usually typical in these types of cyclone. I'm pretty sure this is not going to be the Recon found in pressure 935. I have not seen that yet. And I'm pretty sure National Hurricane Center is not updating it until 10, so I'm pretty sure it's not any second now. Unless they completely amaze me, which is not likely. Alright, so, oh, I guess I did find 935. 937 at least. Okay then. 154 knot surface, 154 mile per hour surface winds, or knot winds, Nathan. I'll wait on Nathan's response because miles per hour or knots. Yeah, this is a bit delayed, so. Okay, so 153 miles an hour. So that would technically warrant an upgrade to 155. So I'm pretty sure they might finally upgrade this to 155 next advisory at 10. Hopefully. Alright, so let's see here. I'm gonna see if I can zoom in satellite imagery. Okay, that's a little bit political there. Oh, it looks like Philip Klotzbach has now made something else. So, alright, so here's the new stat that we've gotten thanks to Philip. Lower central pressure is now down to 937, as we all know. Only 3 hurricanes on record have made landfall in Louisiana with a central pressure of 937 or below. Katrina, the Lost Island, and Rita. Keep in mind, lower pressure means a stronger storm. And that is what makes this more surreal. We're talking about 150 mile per hour landfall likely, and no words can express the insanity that this season is continuing to bring. Anything else? Yeah, 59 minutes ago, yeah. So the most named storm to make landfall in the continental U.S. by the end of August on record is 6. And Laura will break the tie with 1886 and 1916 in the next few hours. So, we are about to break a new record for the most landfalls before September. So yeah, I mean, here's some other records. You got things about the continental U.S. with 150 mile per hour maximum wind intensity, which has not happened much. I mean, you've only got 9 storms that's made landfall over 150 miles an hour. It looks like this will be number 10. And of course, here's the map of all Category 4 or 5 hurricane landfall since 1851. As you can tell, this is a completely new area. This is for sure a new area in which a Cat 4 or 5 has never done before. I mean, there's notable storms, for example, Katrina and all that stuff, but I mean, this is pretty bad. Alright, let's see what Reed Timmer is up to. Of course, we know Reed Timmer is staying in Lake Charles. So yeah, Reed Timmer is kind of making a mistake by being in the midst of Lake Charles right now, so hopefully he stays safe. Yeah, needless to say, this is progressively getting worse as it continues. Alright, looks like the more consistent rains are starting to make their way into southern Louisiana now. So if anybody in this zone, your preparations are up, welcome to the beginning of the worst. Alright, so so if you want to see how much this is explosively intensified over the last 24 hours, here's a satellite imagery depicting this. And we can tell this thing has expanded extraordinarily a lot since yesterday. So yeah, that is the current situation. I mean, this is pretty big. Alright, getting an update on the satellite imagery. Here's the latest satellite imagery on this thing. This thing's showing absolutely no signs of wanting to weaken anytime soon. At least not until after landfall. I am genuinely concerned, especially after all the storm surge things that I've seen already. I mean, this is about to get even worse. Multiplied, exponentially worse. Alright, update on the Recon. As of right now, it looks like they're still going into it. And it seems that they... Okay, never mind. It just has not been updated in the last 12 minutes. It looks like apparently there's been a... Apparently they're not updating this mission for some reason. Yeah, this is still interesting regardless. Alright, pretty sure there's no update by the NHC yet. So yeah, pretty much this is where it stands at the moment, as you can tell. Still 150, 937. Breaking news, Force 13 has just hit the 50,000 subscriber mark. I can just confirm that they have just hit the 50,000 mark. Oh dear, chasing Hurricane Laura, that is not a good idea. There you go. I think the guy's actually getting a little bit bigger, honestly. Another sunset image, pretty much, that's the same old, same old. Alright, so there's the Weather Channel thing. We're gonna say this, my animations are still better. Keep in mind the fins don't even match up. Alright, anyways, Alright, so if for those who want to compare the HWRF with the current, here was the, Alright, so here was the HWRF from 54 hours ago. 54 hours ago, the HWRF had this as a prediction of the run. And right now, the storm looks like that. So it's really not too much of a difference. They actually did pretty good nailing this. Guarantee most of it's on the opposite side, but either way, it's still comparably similar. So yeah, keep in mind we could... Alright, so let me see if I can access the power outage map. If there is any. Oh, I forgot this is just based off of location. Alright, so, looks like Louisiana is up to 4,264, I mean, 4,260 landfall. Yeah, 4,000 in Texas and Louisiana right now. Louisiana's, of course, the oddball with 12,000 right now due to the fact with the wildfires. But expect these to be turning blue and, or yellow, I mean, in the next couple of hours. Alright, so that is the current situation on that. 4450. Alright, so looks like the latest pass has now found a lowest pressure of 934.9 millibars, which would be 935 pretty much estimated. Western eyewall surface wind is now 133 knots, which is about 155. I mean 150. I think, yeah. No, it's 155. 155 mile per hour winds instead. And the southeast wind, eyewall wind is at 114 knots so far, which is up to around 130 miles an hour. So, I'm pretty sure this should. This should. I'm not saying it definitely will, but this should be upgraded to 155 at 10. So yeah, it's very interesting stats to be seeing right now. You can look at that if you want. Alright, so any questions, please submit them in the chat. And I'll try my best to answer these in the minutes ahead. I'll be live over the next few... I don't know how long I'll be live, but oh well. Regardless, this is one of the worst situations I've seen. Alright. Going back to the chat to see if any of you all have questions for me. Alright, you got 11 people, so if you all want to ask questions, please do so. I will be more here. Here's a scene of a road crews, basically power outage crews, all the heavy stuff, trying to get themselves ready, prepped up for the storm. The scene that's always formidable in hurricane landfalls. The scene of trucks going through. Well, Laura is technically a threat for the East Coast, but it will definitely not be as bad. Let me get to the cone. So here's the current cone of Laura. As you can tell, we already have 150 mile per hour landfall. By the time it does get to the East Coast, the states that should be affected is West Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey, Connecticut, and Massachusetts, and Rhode Island. The main threat I do see this is rain, pretty much, potential for heavy rainfall, and possibly some gusty winds due to the fact this will be strengthening into an extratropical storm. If you're asking whether I think this will be a Cat 5, I do think that this has a decent shot at doing so. I mean, it will probably be a very brief Cat 5, like Lorenzo was only 3 miles an hour. I mean, it was only 3 hours. That was a Cat 5. But needless to say, there is a chance that this could become a brief Cat 5 at landfall. Yep, rain. Yep, rain is in the forecast. I mean, I'm in Maryland, so I'll be getting affected by the remnants of this. But considering the fact this is a pretty large system, I mean, there will probably be a good amount of rain dealt with this. Probably 1 to 2 inches in most spots in the cone there. Mainly on the northern side, of course. That is, if there's still a good circulation. Now, keep in mind, like I said earlier, there's a slim chance, there are some slight chance that this does actually become a tropical storm again after it reemerges off the mid-Atlantic coast, but honestly I did not see that happening at the moment. It would just be weird and out of context if it did. So yep, that is where we currently are at. Let's get a look at the power outage. Let's see if those have increased at all. It looks like they're not even updated, I guess. Oh well. Alright, let's see what we got. Oh well. Alright, that's a good way of explaining it. So yeah, keep in mind, at this time last night, Laura was only a 90 mile per hour Category 1. Which means this is now strengthened about 60 miles an hour in the last 5 or 24 hours. Although I'm pretty sure at this point it will likely be 55. Or 65, I mean. So yeah, I heard a language from National Weather Service today that I've never heard. But yeah, I'm pretty sure when they said unsurvivable, that was like the first time that I've heard any language like that. And to be honest, the Mid-Atlantic does not need any rain right now, considering the fact that we've already received over 10 inches and pretty much one of the wettest August on record here. Especially after Isaias passed through in the early of the month. So yep, it looks like they have recorded another area of 158 mile per hour winds, it seems. Alright, it looks like it is now 45 miles an hour just south to the coast of Louisiana, which means we got another 3 hours, it seems, until landfall. So landfall is expected between 12:25 and 1:25, it seems. Person, you are late because I was 8:57. You please get the latest info, thank you. There we go. Alright, so Recon update 9:15. Central estimate fell slightly again compared to the previous measurements. I is now 75 miles from land. Okay, so pretty much 45 to 75 miles an hour away from landfall. I'm not bothering checking at this point. I'll just go with Lovey Cohen, considering the fact that he's actually knows what he's doing. So for those who's wondering how far it is from Lake Charles, which is about to get it bad, it is about 95 miles away from Lake Charles at this point. Very surreal. Keep in mind, we got Jim Cantore in Lake Charles, and anytime you see Jim Cantore somewhere, you know it's not going to be good at all. So therefore, it's chaos. Alright, so let me get an update here. Okay, I got another ping on Discord, so. Hi, Sagil. Alright. Alright, so Recon update looks like there's this one, Recon flight number 25 into. The storm is finally getting in there. Alright. And of course, the current flight. It looks like they have just finished sampling the southeastern quadrant. This is what it looks like. Winds are not as strong on the southeastern side, that's all I can say. This thing is definitely still rapidly intensifying. This will likely be a 935 or so. 933, 934, 935 at landfall. Probably a little lower. I would honestly be a little bit devastated if this actually does reach the 920s. If this becomes a Cat 5. I mean, given the fact that this does pretty much cheapen about 2 millibars per hour, we got 4 hours until landfall. If this were to, doing the equations, that means it would drop about 8 more millibars at the least, which, that's at the least. Given the fact that there has been some hours where it deepened 3. So given that current rate, that would take it up to 930 millibars at landfall at the moment. That is currently what it looks like. You're asking me what the chance of Greeks? Well, if you look at it, we've already gone through 13 of the 21 names. Only 8 names remain: Nana, Omar, Paulette, Renee, Sally, Teddy, Vicky, and Wilfred. So that would mean that we only need 8 more storms in order to get to the Greek list. And keep in mind, we're not even halfway through hurricane season yet. Halfway mark, aka the peak, is September 10th. Alright, Hurricane Mason asks how many storms I think we will get in hurricane season. As of right now, I am predicting a little bit over what they're thinking. I'm pretty much predicting about 25 named storms, 25 to 26 named storms at the moment. And that is given due to the hyperactivity of the season. And I don't know if we're ever going to stop breaking records for earliest formations here. I mean, it's rare. It's just weird saying earliest 13th storm, earliest 14th storm. Keep in mind, Marco was our first M storm in August, and keep in mind now that we have a new area of investigation over here, which is now 20%, models have been developing this one. This could actually end up being a pretty decent storm. I'm not saying this, I mean, considering the fact that this is kind of the area where, similar to the size that, Laura started forming at, I don't think this is going to be a Laura repeat. A lot of the models I've been seeing has it going this way instead of the other way, but I mean, there's been models that take it up here, but it's way too soon to figure out where this AOI will develop. Given the fact that there is pretty good conditions there, this will likely become a storm. Nah. I hate the name, but it will likely become something, so oh well, I have to live with that. Alright, so we're now up to 9:28, 32 minutes left until the next update. Let's see if there's any new picks for, this. Alright, so here's what it... Yeah, that's some really good convection there. Yeah, another shot. Wait, why are they posting a shot from when it was a Cat 1? What, why is it... This is old news now. They got better ISS picks lately. Alright, let's see if there's any more Doomcasters. I haven't seen as many Doomcasters lately. Finally, someone gets it. Yeah, there's increasing signs this becomes Cat 5. I mean, it's going to be a brave Cat 5, to be honest. I don't know if it's going to be reflected in the storm track. So keep in mind, for it to be reflected in the storm track, that would require it to be at the 6-hour point. So, I honestly don't think it would end up showing up in the dots. Again, TCRs exist, so we will see what happens there. So let's see if they've updated the... Alright, so... Yeah, we're now up to 4,430 power outages in Louisiana. 4,253 in Texas at the moment. That is as of 9:27, so 3 minutes ago. Not much of a change, I guess, but oh well. Alright, so here we are, here. Get an up. Okay, cool. Alright, so let's get an update on anything. No special advisories or anything. Update on the satellite imagery. Here's what it now looks like. Slowly getting closer to landfall. Yes, Euro wants Nana or whatever this thing becomes to hit us. Yes, I know, Nathan. We do not need an Isaias repeat, that's for sure. Alright, so Recon has officially found 155, it seems. No doubt about that. Looks like they'll be doing a similar update, just a different direction. If you think about it, they did that, so it looks like... I guess not. I mean, it's a little bit of a different path, but they like to do triangles with these. And no update into Mission 25 yet. That'll probably not get any results in the next 40 minutes. See, the edge of the eye wall is now 37 miles away from Cameron, Louisiana. It looks like landfall, as mentioned, will be in Cameron. Just barreling right towards that city, and then it'll be going right into Lake Charles. Why are you comparing a derecho to freaking... What? Okay, whatever. Alright, let's see here. Okay, that's a lovely GIF. Well, okay, why do people have to be political with this? Let's try not to be political for once. I'm pretty sure Trump's already made his tweet about this. See, there's the site of it approaching land. You can tell the... yeah. The worst of it's beginning to. The hurricane force winds are likely about to be starting to affect the southernmost areas of Louisiana now. Oh, we got a picture. A video. So winds are beginning to pick up in Port Arthur. Keep in mind that's west of the storm, so that would not be the worst of it. So apparently someone has now compared Hurricane Laura and Hurricane Michael together. This is what happens when you compare these two. And this was from Mark Sudduth. Well, someone actually did compare this to Dorian. Here is this. Here's a comparison between Laura and Dorian. Definitely not similar. I mean, I wouldn't say this is a rip-off Dorian, considering there's a lot of differences between these two storms. And yep, here comes the worst of it. If Lake Charles is about to be slammed. See, it looks like there are surges up to 5 feet in areas. Wait, what? What? No, it isn't. Sir, do not try to fool me like that. Alright. Unless I see something on the National Hurricanes that are saying otherwise, I'm not gonna trust that. Now, a good sky shot. This is what it currently looks like in Lake Charles, Louisiana. Again, you can see how bad of a ghost town it pretty much is right now. Seriously? Alright. Wait, what? Who was saying that Laura's upgraded to Cat 5? There's the second people that are saying upgrade of Cat 5 now. Hold on. I need to see this. Yeah, there's no evidence yet. Why are people saying this is a Cat 5 when this isn't? Wait, what? What? Wednesday, 9:30 p.m. Laura is only barely a Cat 2, with max sustained winds of 96. Wait, no. No. Alright, you know what? Alright. Here is Baton Rouge. Oh, lightning with this. Wait, let me pause it right here. Interesting sight there. It kind of looks like a... I think that's an illusion of a funnel cloud. I don't think that's a funnel cloud, considering the fact it wasn't appearing in earlier frames. But then you see that. Oh, wait, that actually looks like... That actually looks like a guy that... Like, there's like a fat guy in some bloated mask, in a gas mask. That's a good area. Alrighty then, the clouds are playing tricks on us too. Oh, so these are the last flights into Laura, apparently. See, alright. Waiting to see the National Hurricane Center is actually following suit and upgrading this to Cat 5, but it looks like not. I take back something named 3 kilometer slander. You do realize that the NAM 3 kilometer actually took it up to 85 millibars? 80 millibars? Alright, so I don't know why people are calling this a Cat 5 now. Alright, so it looks like here's all the current warnings in effect associated with Laura. Hurricane warnings extend up to here, tropical storm warnings extend up to Shreveport. And then you got all the flash flood warnings in effect there. I mean, what flash flood watches, I mean. See, there's not as much as warnings that we saw from Isaias, considering the fact it's not moving at 30 miles an hour, but you get the idea. It looks like people have stopped calling it a Cat 5 now. Wow, that's... The weather guy is telling people to get into the middle of their house if they haven't evacuated. They have a helmet considering wearing that and use mattresses as protection. Just wow. That's something you'd do in a tornado, though. So this is pretty much just acting as if you're in a tornado, but a very long tornado. See, the eye continues to follow the path. Looks like landfall will be just west of Cameron. Which means this follows that Lake Charles is going to get annihilated by the eye wall. The worst case scenario for Lake Charles, but it seems. Alright, that's the third thing that I've seen about saying Laura's Cat 5. But yeah, here you... Why do people keep on saying it's a Cat 5? It's not yet. Four people that have now said... Why do people... 4 people who have now said Laura's a Cat 5 and it's 6 people. Alright, so 6 people have now called a Cat 5 now. I have not seen any evidence. This is true, guys. Cat 4 to Cat 5 is not going to make any difference at this point. It's simply going to be ugly and ugly for some. Seven now. And this guy's a news cat. What? Who is saying it's a Cat 5? Hold on. Let me check to see if this is on the 2020 Atlantic Hurricane Season Wikipedia page. I am confused where everyone's getting the information that's a Cat 5 from. Because it still says 159.37 here. Yeah, it's still 150. Honestly, don't know where people getting the information that Laura's a Cat 5. Unless there's some edit work going on that I don't know about, which does not appear to be happening. See, I don't see why people are trying to say this is a Cat 5 now when it's not. Alright, so we've got 7 people who have now called this a Cat 5. Oh dear God, what did Donald Trump say this time? Seriously? There's a freaking hurricane, all he cares about the Republican National Convention? Are you serious? Oh, there's Laura. 9 hours. Oh dear gosh, we need a new one. Exactly. I don't see why the Republican National Convention is going on with the freaking design. Hey, look, it's farm. Cat 5. So that's 8 people who are now close to Cat 5 now. 202 mile per hour wind gusts, but except the thing is that's freaking windy.com, so I'm not gonna listen to that, to be honest. Alright, so parts of I-10 are now closed due to the imminent arrival of Laura. Alright, so let's get an update on the power outages. Keep in mind, Louisiana is starting to go up. Texas is now up to 8,249 power outages. That just doubled. Power outages in Texas have just doubled. I'm pretty sure all that's focused on this area. That's crazy. 4,400 now in Louisiana, so that's gone up by 200. Texas has gone up by 4,000. Alright, so we'll wait for the newest update then at 10 p.m. That's probably coming in about 10 minutes. Sir, did you not read what the Weather Channel put? It clearly says 150 miles an hour, and it clearly says in the picture Cat 4. Where do you get Cat... I quit. Alright, it looks like the eye is now less than 60 miles away now. Thank you, someone finally said something. Strongest to strike Louisiana since 1856. Oh boy. Alright, so here's what we're looking at here. How many more people are gonna call this a Cat 5 at this rate? Alright, so let's get an update on the satellite imagery on Hurricane Laura. Here's what it looks like now. It's getting close to landfall. Eye remains completely clear, no clouds, no nothing, pretty much. See if there's anything on update on Recon yet. So Recon's getting to the tropical storm force winds already. I'm pretty sure this is the last flight they are doing. The first or second or last storm that they're doing. Keep in mind that they don't do these after landfall, so once this makes landfall, there is no more flights. So it looks like they are doing another pass, I think. I don't know. I don't know what this flight is doing now. Cameron lost power, I think. I don't know yet. I'll probably reflect it in the power outage thing. Alright, so 9:36. Let's see if it updated. 9:46. Alright, so Texas is now up to 8,900. Louisiana has gone down, looks like. Apparently the power was restored, apparently at some point. Interesting. Texas is now up to 8,900 power outages. And likely to increase. Alright, so that's not good. Pretty much within the next 30 minutes they should be at 10,000, unfortunately. Why does people... Alright, that's 9 people. Let's check this. It isn't. Okay, stop spreading fake news, please. Okay, thanks. Alright. Alright, so here's the HD satellite currently. The grays are starting to affect Lake Charles. Houston is kind of getting scraped at the moment. That's likely to change. They're likely getting the, they're getting lighter a bit, but it's not exactly the best. You can tell Baton Rouge is starting to get hammered. Lake Charles is really getting hammered now. It's only going to get worse there. Very serious storm. It's only going to get worse for... Gonna get worse before it comes. Sir, have you not looked at the National Hurricane Center? Okay. Swear, I don't know why people can't look at the official information and stick with it. Hashtag Laura take... No, Laura can't take shelter. Alright, let's see. The new advisory on Laura should be coming out within the next 10 minutes. Given the fact that this continues to be developing into a serious situation. See, if you want to look at, oh, well, better look before it turn nightfall. Okay, really, this is useless now. Alright. Another look at Laura. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Well. Alright, so this is the last 5 hours. Alright, so we're awaiting the update to see what is the status on Hurricane Laura, whether it's Cat 5 now or whether it stays as a Cat 4. We'll be bringing live coverage to you over the next hour. Stop. What? Come on, Puerto Rico. Oh boy. Okay, sorry, I'm yawning. I woke up late or something, or not to bed late. Alright, so. Old info. Flying into the storm. This is, oh yeah, so those who wanted a picture inside the eye, this is what it looked like. Alright, so. Awaiting the latest. Alright. Nothing yet. Alright. So, outer bands are starting to move into southwest Louisiana now, of course, that's already been known. Old imagery. I mean, pretty much, if it's daytime imagery, it's not exactly accurate. Wait, what? Okay, then. Alright, let's see if Philip has said anything recently in the last few minutes. No, not at all. Alright, I already covered that stuff. Sorry, my coverage is not exactly the best considering the... Alright, official information. The 9 p.m. update for the Central Time, 10 p.m. for Eastern. It is still 150 miles an hour, and the pressure is still 937. No change at all. What? Excuse me, what? I am confused. What are they doing? How is this still 150? This has got to be the most bullcrap consistency. Literally nothing supports it only being 150. I mean, everything is now 155 now. Thing is, Recon's already been confirmed, and they've already confirmed 155 mile per hour winds. Recon have already confirmed 155, 160. Okay then. Alright, anyways, yep, it did get updated. It remains at 159.37. No change. At all. Alright, so here's the current surge in Cameron, Louisiana. As you can tell, we are now up to 5 feet of storm surge now. Although most accurate looks like it's 3.7 in the Cameron. So yeah. It's starting to get up there. Alright, let me see what's going on with the update statement. Oh. Okay. That's it. A sustained wind. Okay, whatever. Not exactly agreeing with you. I expect to change at 11, though. Alright, speaking of power outages, let's see what's currently at now. No change in the law. Okay, it hasn't even updated. Coverage will continue. Oh boy. What? Okay. Yeah, so that's why. That explains it. Looks like they're waiting to sustain until... I'm gonna pretend I did not see that image I first saw. No. 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 Why? No. That's like someone took the movie Twister and then added CGI to it, and then added a big freaking PNG of the Waffle House, called it a day, and that is what they... I quit. Alright. Keep in mind, this is still becoming a devastating situation. I don't know if there's any things going on. At this point, I might as well just see the... I probably will not be streaming much longer, though, but... Yeah, screw you. Okay, get off of here. Alright, it's commercial, nobody can care about that. Alright, we'll see what it's like, considering I'm pretty sure that there still will be storm chasers there, and we can analyze that once they get there. Power outages should have updated by now. It has. Alright, Texas is now up to 8,988 landfall, for power outages, and Louisiana remains at 4,185. So yeah, let me see where the land. This is specifically right now. That's odd. 4,000. Something that doesn't seem right there. I mean, that one's not. Yeah, Orange County is up to 556. Jefferson's up to 545. Chambers County is up to 37, and Newton County is not anything out yet. So yeah, all three counties down here is power outages from Alara. Going into Louisiana in-depth analysis there. Sabine County's got 851 already. 1,245 in Calcasieu. 165 in Beauregard County. 91 in Vernon County. 148 in Natchitoches County. Natchitoches, I can't spell that name. Aviles has 234. Rapides has 168. Grant has 42. Cameron, apparently it's not registering as any power outages right now, even though there's only 2,009 registered. So I don't know what's going on there. I'm pretty sure they're probably not accessing any of these southern ones yet. LaForge is up to 30, and Terrebonne's up to 59. I'm pretty sure there's a lot more than they're saying here. But that is basically what is officially in info right now. But it does look like Lake Charles is starting to get hammered. 1,245 in Calcasieu. Next upstate should be around about 1010 on the power outages. Alright, so, you're still... Alright.
And 78 are going to be doing overnight. We've got round-the-clock coverage, guys. Safe place to ride out the storm.
Right,
and we may have technical issues. Remember, this is almost a Category 5. It's going to be... it's not going to want to work with technology the best we can, but we're going to get the reports out there as we can. Things are going to change so quickly. Thankfully, this is a fast-moving system, but with that comes drastic changes. So you may be...
Okay, as you can tell, my thing is not exactly the best, but we're just going to be casually streaming the Weather Channel so that way I don't have to talk the entire time, and that way you can stop getting the same information from me repetitively. Of course, during commercials, I'll be doing the thingy, but apparently it seems that my connection is trash. Thank you for
the... get over 120. I mean, the storm is measuring wind gusts now at still over 150 miles per hour. That's strong Category 4. And those are sustained winds at times that could be destructive for minutes. It's not going to be like, you know, a severe thunderstorm where it just briefly comes in. For people who have never ridden a hurricane out, it's long and it is scary, and it's all happening late tonight. So you're going to hear noises like you have no idea what's going on, and you're not going to be able to go check it out. And you've got to be safe. You've got to treat this like a tornado warning. That's the best way to describe it. So you want to be in your home, lowest level. If you got multiple stories, get down to the lowest level. But if there's water, you got to go up, okay? You got to avoid the water. So you got to run from the water, but you got to hide from the wind. And that's why we always say evacuate when you can. Too late to evacuate now. Bridges are closing all over the place in the north central Gulf Coast. Thankfully, from officials who have been out the last few hours, they have said essentially the roads are literally free from traffic. And there's not any cars really out and about right now, and that is good news.
Because I really, if you're asking how I copyrighted it, I mean, the web channel's not exactly, people do this all the time.
He's got to get to safety and be with his family. So that's what we're looking at here across the board.
And I'm trying to see the weather storm case rules are in it, I guess, but oh well. Alright. I mean, just the same thing on Twitter at this point. There's really nothing new. Because I'm trying to figure out if there's anything like coming off from the people in there. Really? That's just no. How does it already have 1 million views and it was posted a minute ago? There we go. Right back. Alright, I'm back. How to say goodnight to my parents. Alright, anyways, that is the latest imagery on Hurricane Laura. If you have any questions, continue to ask them in the YouTube chat. That way I can get to them. And that way I'm not sitting at a freaking screen reading off the same information that everyone's pretty much just tweeting at this point. I think there would be more... Oh, we have a new tornado watch. Tornado watch has just been issued for those in DeRidder, Silsbee, Lake Charles, Abbeville, Baton Rouge, Yuma, New Orleans, Natchez, and Opelousas. Tornadoes up to a few tornadoes are likely. Isolated hail to there's apparently no hail size possible because of this being a hurricane. And winds isolated gusts up to 70 miles an hour, not from the storm. So this is from the. So yeah, this is our new tornado watch, number 453. In effect for 3.5 million people. If you want my opinion on Laura, I'd pretty much give it a generous 155 right now. 155, 937. I haven't seen any pressures below 937, so I can't. I agree with the pressure that they stick with. But I mean, that can obviously change. We got Recon going, the Recon Flight 25 going into this right now. And they're already beginning to get into the eye wall, so it looks like they're trying to get a new fix on how strong this is now. But it's clear that this thing is still definitely a major at the very least. Let's see here. The pressure's down to 991 in the storm. Still got a while to go. Oh, we got Recon. The Flight 24 is back into going towards the center again to get a new center fix. So it looks like we're about to figure out what the actual pressure is now. Alright, so yeah, at this point, I mean, most of the center fixes have been saying 990s right now, but of course that's definitely going to change because obviously it gets more compact as you get more closer to the center of the system. In the meantime, here's what the satellite currently looks like. This is the last 5 hours. Going up to 10:01 p.m. Eastern Time, 9:01 Central Time. Definitely a surreal sight to be seeing right now. Landfall likely in about 2 or 3 hours. Cameron is... there no words can express to me how severe this is. Trying to see if there's any update on any damage or anything. So yeah, as you can tell, we have a new tornado watch in effect now. Hold on, let me check to see more information on this. Alright, so for those that are under the severe thunderstorm watch, or tornado watch, or whatever you want to call it, in the extreme chance you're in here, tornadoes are moderate, EO2 tornado possibilities are low because obviously you usually don't see strong tornadoes with these. So here's the basically summary. Hurricane Laura will approach the coast and make landfall tonight with a very strong low-level wind field overspreading the region, accounting for the possibility of tornadoes through late tonight. So, pretty much... So yeah, I got all these counties here. Probabilities. Here's what we're looking at. 60% chance of 2 or more tornadoes. 20% chance that one of these will become an EF2 or higher. Less than 5% chance for wind, considering the fact that the wind is already part of the hurricane. And here, less than 5% because you usually don't see those. Yeah, guessing damage is a bit hard right now, but what I can say for sure is that this is very likely to be retired. This is likely to be the last time that we see the name Cameron. So yeah, this is the mesoscale discussion. I mean, I can tell Laura's going to be making landfall, and pretty much that's going to be the... It's kind of like what Isaias did. If you remember, we have an enhanced risk for areas of Louisiana right now. The last time we had that with the cyclone was, of course, Isaias back on August 4th. But yeah, I mean, if you think about it, if you compare this to past analogs, I mean, Rita, Harvey, not Harvey, but that's just completely different. But at the very, I'm not going to be predicting damage because it's just a little bit premature to be guessing that right now. But obviously, given the fact that this is going to be making a catastrophic landfall, a historic landfall, I see Laura will not be going back up for 2026. Alright, so update on the power outages. As we now know, Texas is now currently up to 9,048 power outages, and Louisiana is still at 4,179. For some reason, Louisiana is not updating theirs, but let's get a more in-depth look at what's going on there. So currently there's now about 22 power outages in Newton. I mean, keep in mind, I'm going to see if there's a better power outage site, because I don't think this is actually reliable. I wouldn't really replace it with Laura with Lauren. I mean, that's just way too close. Okay, that's just... Okay. I'm trying to find one that actually covers the entire U.S. There we go. Okay, that's just Massachusetts, I guess. National Grid, but it's only freaking Massachusetts. Why? What? Why do you call yourselves national if you're not national? Alrighty then. Alright, what? How about this? Louisiana power. Alright. Wrong one. Okay, no one. Alright, I cannot spell tonight. Alright, for example, let's just start with that. See, power outages are definitely getting much more widespread at the very least. Alright, well, we wait for that. Gotta see if Recon is updated at all yet. Keep in mind this is as of... No update on that yet, okay. Alright, so here's more update on that. Vermilion Parish is out up to 1 for some reason. 15,000 has been served. Acadia Parish is up to 3, and apparently St. Landry is up to 3. Keep in mind, this is all up to different power outage brands, so you gotta keep in mind there's probably more than that. I honestly don't know what the main power servers that so you got 5. Yes, something's going on here. Center Point is getting affected badly already. See, Louisiana's starting to get the worst of it, but I mean, this is going to get severely worse as this continues. let's see, any damage pics or anything. Alright, Philip Klotzbeck has come back. Alright, here's what Philip has now said. The 2020 Atlantic hurricane season has already generated 39 accumulated cyclone energy index. So it's already up to 39. That's more than 10 full Atlantic hurricane seasons in the Atlantic satellite era. So right now we are currently beating... So if we were to take... Oh wait, we were beating... So we have more ACE than the entire Atlantic hurricane seasons of 1972, 1977, 1982, 1983, 1986, 1987, 1991, 1993, 1994, and 2013. So we now have more ACE than these 10 years. It had their full year, so just a little idea of how active this season is becoming. You've pretty much just beaten every single inactive season now. Or as I like to call them, trash seasons. Alright. Alright, the inner eye wall is now 42 miles away from landfall. I repeat, the inner thing is now up to 42 miles away. Under 3 hours until landfall. If you want to know what my next hurricane season animation, I know I've been slow with these because of Laura. But I am currently, the next one will be 1951, but that will not be posted until after the threat from Laura is over. Holy crap, oh my. Recon has found Cat 5. I repeat, Recon has found Cat 5. Oh, okay, we have Recon Cat 5. Yeah, 145 145 for flight level winds. Which translates to 165. If this is true, the 11 p.m. advisory will be 160 miles an hour, especially considering the fact that SFMRs have already recorded this. Yes, with the drop song, we've already got about what? Apparently it's an old one. Alright, so Recon has definitely found Cat 5 winds. That is, you can see we have a lot of, okay, I can't zoom in much, but you can see we have a much, oh wait, I can. You can see we got 5 barbs of over 137 knot winds. Keep in mind 135 is the 155 threshold, so once you get to 137 you're getting up to over 156 and above. So pretty much all of these here are Cat 5 barbs. Given the fact that's just 5 on the northeastern side alone, that's definitely pointing something out. And if we have SFMR saying this, and then we have Recon now suggesting this, this could mean we now have a Cat 5. Yes, keep in mind it is flight level winds, but considering the fact that SFMR, the last I checked, they also did record 140 knots. So we got SFMR confirming Cat 5, we have flight level confirming Cat 5 now, finally. FL is flight level, guys. I'm waiting to see if there is actually an updated SFMR, but if the SFMR is the same on... This SFMR is the same, then we will be having a Cat 5. Because keep in mind the last one was 140 knots, which is 160. Yeah, normally see flight levels confirming Cat 5, but SFMR could not. This time was reverse. SFMR, it's surface measurements. SFMR is surface measurement. Alright, so yeah, it looks like we got... Alright, let me see whether Twitter's going crazy after this recent info. Alright, so here's a little update on the eye of this thing. Of course, the stating of fact, it remains. So yeah, as of right now, the extrapolated pressure for Laura is now 934 millibars. That is the extrapolated pressure for Laura, 934. So, a new Air Force plane is finding that Lauren's eastern eyewall remains as strong as it's ever been. No sign of weakening. The eye is now 60 miles away from Cameron, Louisiana. We're going to be live until landfall occurs. And keep in mind, radar velocities with the eastern eyewall currently up to 165 miles an hour. So yeah, this is a very serious storm. A very, very long night is ahead for those in its immediate path. Alright, so here's Galveston currently. A look at Galveston at the moment. Keep in mind, Galveston was under mandatory evacuations. Wait, alright, to be honest, I'm gonna say this. This person that's standing outside watching this, I don't know why. They should not be outside right now. Nobody should be outside because they just risk endangering themselves. Keep in mind, this storm is currently having, I can't talk right now. This storm currently has a death toll of 26, I believe, 25 or 26. Regardless of whether 25 or 26, this is now the deadliest storm of the 2020 season, with Isaias coming in second with 18 so far. Cristobal was third with 15. Yeah. Oh my. I just don't know what to say, honestly. So, yep, hurricane force winds coming for Cameron, Louisiana very soon. Welcome to the beginning of hell for them. This is going to be a really bad storm. Surface winds are still lower, apparently. So it looks like we're going to be 155, probably, to be honest. Still not being disrupted, but thing is, it's not even being disrupted enough by shear to weaken at all, so this thing is not going to be weakening before landfall. There were two scenarios for this to weaken. A, it would either do an eyewall replacement cycle. The only eyewall replacement cycles it's done were merger ones. That didn't help. So, Nathan, you're saying that they're pretty much flagged? This isn't Cameron. What? Why? I quit. Alright. What did she say? She never said anything on Laura. You can shut up about the... Okay, I don't even know what you're talking about there. No, it's said that the government is too caring about the freaking Republican National Convention that they can't even care about Laura here. Oh, yeah, it sucks to you. I'll have to be going to school considering the fact that my school doesn't even start until September 8th. But, alright, so, trying to figure out what the frick's going on with this. Alright, getting an update on Recon. It looks like the pressure is around 934. so if this were to be the case, I am probably expecting an upgrade to 155, 935 at 11. That is my prediction right now. Given the National Hurricane Center and their history of tracking the storm, I'm pretty sure that the National Hurricane Center will be going with 155, 935 for 11. Regardless, 155, 160, this is still a historic landfall, 5 miles an hour and a category difference. It does not make a difference at this point. 155, that is still borderline Cat 5. As much as to be honest, we have had so many Cat 5s recently, it's not even funny. A Cat 5 every year since 2016. Although people have liked to debate that Matthew was a Cat 4 instead, not of a Cat 5, but either way. Officially, there has been a Cat 5 every year since 2016. And to be honest, we really need a break from that. We really do. Alright, so yeah, outflow is still expanding into Florida and Georgia. Especially in mid areas like Atlanta, Georgia, is getting affected. Birmingham, of course, is getting their outflow bans. So keep in mind, outflow bans now expand all the way. I'm pretty sure this is associated with a different thing. Oh yeah, this is the thing that's going to be merging, I think, with Saturday or something around that. It's not Laura, but I'm pretty sure the outflow influence goes up to extreme southern Tennessee now. Georgia, you're getting the influence of it, but I'm pretty sure you're probably going to get the influence of it next. Those who should get it, yeah. Alabama's getting it, and then Tennessee. Right on the current forecast track. I mean, it's like you can see the outflow always expands to the right. So you see just Texas just getting it completely spare from you. Like clear skies over here, and then you got these complete service bands going in through here. Alright, so it looks like, let me see what they got here. So 935 it looked like, 935.6, oh yeah, 935. So yep, 935 is the lowest that they apparently got, 934 extrapolated though. And it looks like they have reached their peak one. So yeah, suspect FMR. So it looks like the most accurate one out of these was about 100 and... I guess, yeah, it looks like the most normal one was about 120 or 115. That's 10 mile per hour one, so I'm pretty sure that's a little bit higher though. So yeah, it looks like this will only be 155. This will be Louisiana's first major since Katrina 2005, because considering the fact that Rita technically made landfall on the border. Either way, it's still 2005. This is the strongest landfall in Louisiana in a very long time, actually. It goes back even before that. We're talking about the strongest landfall in Louisiana since, I believe, the last island one. Yeah, the last island of 1916, I think, or somewhere around that. Yeah, you maybe say that 2005 was less active, but keep in mind 2005 had a lot more intense storms than it currently did right now. Yeah, it had already had a Cat 4 Dennis, a Cat 5 Emily, and then now soon to be Cat 5 Katrina. Boss man, please, that would literally... no. Alright, apparently we have a confirmed tornado on the ground. Let me see what we've got there. I'm gonna have to go into radar scope, but I don't even have the capabilities for that on my computer yet, so oh well. Alright, so let me check the... wait, I have an idea for this. National Weather Service, tornado. Yeah. Alright, yep. First major since Rita, pretty much. Alright, so tornado warning in effect for Cameron Parish, Vermilion Parish until 9:45 p.m. Central Time. This includes those next to White Lake. And of course, there is also the Cameron, yeah. Pretty much it was extended, because it was this one from 9:45. The one in Cameron Creole Grand Chenier is also expiring in about 17 minutes. Yeah, you do not want to be hit by Cat 5. I already survived a Cat 1 with... I survived a Cat 1, it was not fun. And Isaias was not fun either. That was only a tropical storm when it was here. I mean, we got hammered by Sandy here. So yeah, we have a confirmed tornado. I mean, it was observed. Pea-sized hail possible from this now. Good news is, no schools or hospitals affected, so those who got, so yeah, it's a good thing it's only 200 people affected, but it's still 200 people too many, to be honest. Alright. Alright, so I'll keep a track on that area. Crap, I just moved that. Let me fix that, there we go. So yeah, check on the latest on tweets. I have like 3 tabs open now, it's crazy. Yeah, it's perfect meal for, yes, self-heating meal, a great meal. Honestly, I could not say it myself. Rotini and kielbasa sausage. I don't even want to. It just doesn't seem good. Ah yes, R.I.P. Lake Charles, which is now expected to get 127-mile-per-hour winds. 127-mile-per-hour sustained winds for Lake Charles. That is. Yeah, let me see this for myself. Weather.com. Have fun with Raymond. Okay, so Lake Charles. Alright, so of course rain and wind there currently. They've currently got winds sustained around 24 miles an hour. Of course, that is expected to increase drastically. So there's their 127-mile-per-hour winds forecast around 3 a.m. Insanity at the very least there. I mean, like 100. It's just surreal to think about that. 127-mile-per-hour winds there. I mean, I've honestly never seen a forecast. Oh, I mean, I've seen a little bit higher, but it's a major hurricane condition likely becoming south and increasing 115 miles. Wait, where's Cameron at on this? Cameron, Louisiana. There's too many cities named Cameron, obviously. 100, yeah, so they're getting winds of 135 miles an hour tonight. I mean, this is going to be disaster. I mean, we've got winds. Come 1 a.m. Things are going to be absolute chaos, to be honest. And I'm going to reiterate this, by tomorrow morning, this will be a completely different landscape that we'll be seeing for Lake Charles. We can only prepare for the worst, hope for the best. That's the only thing that can be done right now. In the meantime, here's what we're looking at now. Alright. Pretty much just prayers coming out at this point for a lot of people. So yeah, probably, let's see, extreme wind warnings likely, of course. This is pretty much unreliable at this point, so we're gonna have to rely on official information if that ever gets tweeted. Alright, update on the Recon, since I'm pretty sure that's got updated in the last couple of minutes. I hope. Apparently not. Alright, so apparently it looks like they already went through the center. I guess. They found a I guess it did not go through the full center. Yeah, they went just below the center. Alright, flight level winds, they're still finding about 125 knots. Keep in mind, this one was not suspect though. This was not suspect FMR, and that was about 135 knots though. And that was an hour ago. So that was why I was a little bit confused. Regardless now, they're still being about 120, Likely gonna be 155 though. I mean, at this point, it's running out of time to become a Cat 5 though, but either way, 155 is still pretty big. Alright, so awaiting the new advisories to come out. There is now a new tornado warning which continues for Cameron, Louisiana, Creole, Louisiana, and Grand Chenier until 9:45 Central Time. And you gotta keep in mind, this is right near the eye wall. So you got an eye wall combined with hurricane conditions. That is pretty serious right there. When you've got a tornado warning with winds, I mean, they actually had to remove the wind threat here. Because the winds are already overweight. Like, you've got 90 mile per hour winds at this point, for those that are there. 70 to 90 mile per hour winds coming in. Combine that with the tornado warning, and that just... Keep in mind, this is only radar indicated, so it's not like it's actually confirmed that it's a tornado. But either way, it's still a tornado warning, and they should be preparing here. They should have been prepared regardless, but seriously, this is getting way too out of hand. I mean, this is a lot of tornado warnings associated with this thing. I mean, even this person said absolutely absurd, confirmed tornado near the eye wall. The eye wall is pretty much getting over here. So yeah, serious things going on here. And keep in mind, continue to ask questions in the chat, and I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. Live coverage on Laura continues. I'd insert dramatic music, but I'm not the Weather Channel. Okay, anyways, why do I have 5 pings? Jeez. Okay, let me check on my phone so I don't reveal my credentials or anything. Useless. Why is there 5? Where do I have a ghost ping from? Oh. Alright, back. Alright. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if people are asking questions there or not. Too late, Lone Jared is apparently not stopping this. Wow. Yeah, the first person saying that just shows how surreal this thing is. Alright, waiting to see if there's any advisories coming out yet, even if it's just for Hernandez. Oh. Nope, nothing yet. Alright, let's see what we get here. So you have Hurricane Laura's rainbow has produced a confirmed tornado now near Pecan Island. And Debris is being shown on radar, so expect to see a lot more of these. This is probably going to be a very tornado-filled event, honestly, and I cannot believe I have to say this. Alright, let's see if there's any updates on those warnings or not. Alright, so we got a continuation of the tornado warning for those in Cameron Parish and Vermilion Parish, and that is in effect until 9:45 Central Time. Population of 200 and 2,415 in the other one. Keep in mind, this is dangerous events, so you got wind and heavy. I mean, this is pretty bad here. mean, this is the satellite now, as you can tell. I mean, it's still got that clear eye going on. I was getting more of a rounded triangular shape in the latest frames, to be honest. If you look, let me see if I can zoom in. Seriously? That's not how it works. Oh. So yeah. Hold on, let me see if I can do this. Nope, apparently not. Alright, hold on, let me try something here. I'm trying to get to the Gulf Coast. See, if you look closer, you can see that I kind of became a rounded triangle in a little bit in a way. Kind of got like a pentagon or triangular appearance now. Yeah, this is currently what it now looks like as we continue into the night. Alright, still nothing on Hernan and Azelle yet, or... Yeah, so it looks like there'll probably be a little bit, 5 or 10 minutes until that comes out. Obviously, beginning of those. After that, I have to go and do stuff for other servers since I have to do my job and stuff, so I will likely be ending this shortly, and I'm pretty sure 413 has got coverage, the Weather Channel's got coverage. I'll send the link in the chat for those who want to watch it. It's literally easy, just search up the Weather Channel live stream on Google, and then it's literally like one of the first links. Alright, I mean, you can see how it's pretty much just pretending the shear doesn't even exist at this point. Alright, do we have the... No, I'm not done yet, don't worry. I mean, it's up to you all. If you really want me to actually continue streaming, I can, but... I mean, my viewer count is going down to 4, so... Alright, so, we got a new advisory on Hernan. Hernan is now moving northward, and it is still 40 miles an hour. Let's see here. It does not look like there's any change to that appearing. No, that's still advisory 3. And let's check on the advisory. It looks like this is peaked pretty much. There's still no change in its forecast discussion. So 40 mile per hour peak remains for Hernan. See if there's anything on Azelle yet. Nothing on Azelle. Pretty much is the reloading game. Reloading games are great. Continuously spamming reload until these freaking come up. Alright, so we got... Yeah, this is just taking forever to update. It's probably just rolling out that. Getting the Eastern Pacific and then discussing what they should do with Laura, I guess. Probably gonna wait to do Laura last minute like they usually do. And that's the most ever one. Yeah, because everyone in the edge of their seats, that way they can get people on there to the channels, I guess. Alright, let's check on Recon. Recon's pretty much finishing off with the southwestern area. Keep in mind, there are not many Recon flights left. I'm pretty sure this is the second, or the last one now. And of course, let's see where the plane is now. Alright, so Recon is going back, noise number 24. They are currently going back into the northwestern quadrant, and I'm pretty sure they might sample the northeastern one more time. Alright, so let's look at the discussion. So Hernan remains a... Why is it Hernan? Okay, I can't even talk. Hernan remains a sheer tropical cyclone. New convection, of course. Hernan had been moving north-northeastern, but it is now north. Hernan's forecast to be trapped. Slow northward motion. and should be dead within the next 60 hours. Fun times, fun times. So, looks like the new code for Hernan appears to be this. This is your glorious 40-mile-per-hour peak, everyone. A great storm. Yes, I'll be showing the new cone once the new advisor comes in, like I always do. Alright, so given my expectations, I'm pretty sure Izelle is the next one that will be coming out now that everything for Hernan is out. Watch me be right. So yep, let's see what we got for Laura here. So yeah, multiple tornado warnings now in effect. You can see the extent of all these tornado warnings. Literally in effect right now. That's a lot of tornado warnings in the same area. That is a large amount. Going off of that, we now have a couple more tornado warnings to get over. The tornado warning is now in effect for Lake Arthur, Guiden, or Guin. I don't know how to pronounce that. Forked Island, and just west of Intercoastal City. This is in effect until 10:15 p.m. Central. We've also got the new tornado warning, including Hayes County or Hayes area, Bell City, and then that's until 10:15 Central. So yeah, we got a whole bunch of tornado warnings stacked onto each other at this point. I mean that is a lot of tornado warnings stacked onto each other. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 tornado warnings stacked onto each other pretty much. They're all overlapping another one. All located in the northeastern area. Now it's expected to go in. So you got Jennings, Lake Arthur. I mean, those just got put another warning. Yeah, as you can tell. So this is most likely going to go into Kinder, Oberlin, Eunice, Ville Platte, and Oakdale. As it continues, more. We're still waiting on the newest updates on those. Nothing on Izelle or Laura yet. Nathan, it's because you were in it, that's why. See, if it looks like, to be honest, I do believe that, I think this is the peak. Laura has probably peaked at this point. But yeah, here's another look at the tornado warnings currently in effect for why did you say it? Okay, Laura, here's the Laura warnings, you can tell. Lake Arthur, you got 4 stacked onto another. All are overlapping another one. So there's an actual, I believe this area over here is under 3 tornado warnings right now. 3. It is very rare that you see 3 tornado raiders and 3 tornado warnings in the same area at the same time. Nothing on Izelle yet. Okay. I don't think it'll. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be 150 or 155. I don't think it'll be 160 anymore. Downtown Houston starting to get some clouds now from Laura. Situation in Laura at the moment. And just an update on Landfall is now 41.8 miles away. Landfall is still expected to be near Cameron, it looks like. We have a CC drop in the confirmed tornado. What? Okay then. Update on the tornado warnings. We now have no more new ones, thankfully. Alright, let's see what they got on Recon now as we entered the last 7 minutes. Recon actually did turn around. I was expecting them to go back and sample this area, but I guess not. Recon has turned around, sampling the south side of the storm right now. I'm pretty sure they might be turning back to see if there's any more on the northeastern side. Either that or that one will be doing. This one will be is actually turned around, made a sharp turnaround, going back the same way. Looks like it's probably gonna get a new center fix on this one. That's probably Laura's advisory might be late as a result. I'm getting word that this might not be a clear eye anymore. Clouds might be getting. Okay, it's still there. Okay, cool. Land will affect it. There is this unlike Hispaniola, there will be nothing much in. This will be going fully inland. Alright, so let's see if there's anything latest. Nothing new yet. Apparently they're still blocking in advisories for Zoe and Laura. Guess they were too busy on Hernan, I guess. Just want to get Hernan out of the way. Alright, so let's see what the NAM 3 kilometers predicting while we look at the Doomcaster models and see if they were right. Okay, they weren't too bad. Okay. For once, they were realistic on something. So here's a look at that right now. Of course, aircraft Recon, there's still nothing much to say. There probably will not be a brown ocean effect with Laura. Keep in mind, this is about to be getting into a lot more shear. And then there's the fact that obviously land. So this is why it will be rapidly weakening once it gets inland. It will likely be a remnant low by early Friday. Or Friday night, at the latest. Alright, still waiting the newest advisory. Let's see if they have done it yet. Nope, they have not. Nothing for us yet. What is taking them so long? I don't care. I mean, this is like a pivotal moment here. A very pivotal moment. Alright. No new tornado warnings, thankfully, at the moment. Let's see what we got for Laura now. So wait, someone strapped their house down? I gotta see this.
Actual hell is going on.
Oh my god, they actually strapped their. Oh my god. So you see this here. You see it strapped down to a freaking truck and then back down to the ground, and then you go continue, and then you see this is strapped out. They legit strapped their house down.
Oh, they got a ratchet strap from this tree over their house, because that's gonna hold your house down. It comes. This don't make no kind of sense.
But no, that's not how it works. That's not how it works at all.
Under the fence, and it's gonna bump into the neighbor.
That is not how it works.
I'm telling you right now. I have.
What? Okay then, it looks like the Louisiana people have come out. I'm not even asked the stupidity of that decision there, but oh well. That's just like tape, pretty much. Oh boy. So we got our new damage. Here's water on the roads from the surges. The Bolivar Peninsula. Things are beginning to get worse there. Alright, let's see if there's anything new now. Nothing new yet. No update. Okay. Wait, latest... No! Sir, have you not looked at the National Hurricane Center? It's legitimately 9:37 right now. They just found 9:35 20 minutes ago. Do not listen to this guy. Okay. Alright, well, alright, so... 4 feet of storm surge in some ports of... Hey look, Spanish Donald Trump. Oh, it's a fake account. So we know we got 50-foot waves in Laura. Profanity. Alright, so we're waiting the next advisory for hurricane. Oh, we have it! So, here's the latest info. It remains a 150-mile-per-hour storm with a pressure of 939 millibars. It's moving north-northwest at 15 miles an hour still. It's located at 29 degrees north, 93.2 degrees west. Extremely dangerous Hurricane Laura closing in on the northwest Gulf Coast. Catastrophic storm, extreme winds, flash flooding expected. So, it looks like this has officially peaked. The pressure has actually gone up 2 millibars. Which means that means this has now officially peaked. I don't know why the pressure went up, considering the fact that they found lower amount. They found like 935, I believe. I don't know. Apparently they just avoided Recon. I think there probably was a suspect thing, and hold on. Let me check here. Oh yeah, the center fix was 940. Oh, apparently the center's the... What? Okay, that's I guess what they found. 940 wasn't even the eye, but okay then. Yeah, I guess they only found 941 for the peak, and that was not even in the center, so I guess they lowered it one down for continuity. Alright, so 150 miles an hour, pressure 939. It is safe to say this was probably peaked. No new cone yet. Let me look at the forecast discussion or advisory. It appears that this has now officially, for sure, peaked and is starting to weaken now. If you really want to call it weakening, from the fact that the pressure's only gone up like 2 millibars. Regardless, this remains pretty intense, and landfall is likely in the next hour or 2. Or 3, I don't know. Yeah, 3. 2 hour or 2. Waiting for the forecast discussion. There we go. Here we go. Forecast discussion. Let's see what the reasoning is. Alright, so extremely dangerous Laura has the signature of a classic hurricane on satellite images, with a well-defined eye surrounded by very deep convection. There is little evidence of shear, and the upper-level outflow pattern is extremely well-defined, while the cyclone is over temperatures of 30 degrees Celsius. Observations from both NOAA and Air Force Hurricane Center show that Laura continued to strengthen during the evening. Using a blend of adjusted flight level and SFMR observed surface winds, the estimate is still 130 knots for this intensity. Since there is now little time remaining for the system over water, no significant changes in intensity is anticipated until the center crosses the coastline. So it looks like this is the peak. So this is the new cone, of course. It is now peaked 110 in 12 hours, 60, 40, 30, 30, 50, 35, 50, and 50. So regardless, it looks like this is supposed to be strengthening once it gets inland, or so. The new cone, it now looks like this, I believe. No, it's 28 still. Okay, so apparently they haven't updated the cone for some reason. Let me update this real quick. 29 yet? No, 20. Why isn't they not updating the cone? They updated literally everything except for the cone. Good night, Mason. Alright. Laura is now nearing landfall. That is true regardless. I hope everyone there stays safe. In the meantime, let's go over the newest tornado warnings now in effect. We have a tornado warning, which continues for Jennings, Louisiana, Lake Arthur, and Glidden until 10:15 p.m. Central Time. We also have the continuation of the Hayes and Bell one until 10:15. And then we have the one that's still, including one still until, so yeah, no new ones, it's just continuations at the moment. So yep, it looks like Laura has officially peaked, which to be honest is a good thing though, even though they found apparently it lower. Keep in mind there is still another hour in the ocean, so there might be one more change to the advisory, but I think 150 is the thing that they're going to be sticking out with. Alright, so how's the stream doing overall though? Alright, let's see what we got here for stats. Oh, that's fun. Playback's 240, chat rate 3, concurrent viewers 7. Cool. Not bad. Alright, so, I don't know what to be, discussing else in here right now, but, just reiterating the same thing to the same 7 people, I guess. Alright, so here's the updated count. Oh, why is it still not out? Where's Advisor 29? For the freaking cone. Alright, regardless, let's go over the thing that still hasn't changed much. You got this is as of 10:44 p.m. Central Time. This did expand slightly, and really not much changed. It's just reiterating the same thing at this point. Peak surge, it remains 15 to 20 feet for Calcasieu Lake and Johnson Bayou. Really no change for the 11 p.m. It's just reiterating the same things as like we've been saying. So yeah, wind history now looks like this. Hurricane force winds are now pretty much about to smash into the coastline. So here's like the surface winds right now. You can see the tropical storm force winds are now extending up into southwestern Mississippi now. Pretty much almost all of Louisiana except for the far eastern Louisiana now. Island, we're talking about Laura, not Island. And no change with Isle, as Isle remains 40,000 and 1001. Pretty much literally no change at all. They're just two irrelevant tropical storms that exist in the Eastern Pacific right now. Alright, so let me see if the cone is out finally. Apparently they're waiting. Why are they updating everything except for the cone? Like, they have yet to update the 29 cone. That's just weird. Okay then, so while we wait for the longest cone ever to come out. They are late. They are officially late for the cone now. Alright, let's get an update on Recon. As you can tell, they have now fixed, they did find a center of 934. So 934, 935. So this thing is still strengthening. They just apparently strengthened it back again for whatever reason. And I'm bleeding. Cool. So yeah, that just confuses me, the fact that they raised it. I mean, there is evidence that this thing is still a tiny bit strengthening. Not as fast, but that's why I don't get the pressure rise, to be honest. Alright, so, waiting for the cone for 29. There we go. Here's the updated cone. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What? What in the world is that? They've got a post-tropical hurricane. They've got a post-tropical hurricane for 12 hours from now. What in the world? They had one job and they freaking failed. Apparently it's going to be 110 mile per hour post-tropical hurricane in 12 hours. No, I don't care if it took a wish. I'm laughing at this and making fun of this. I love NHC failed. You know what? Screw this. We're saving this. NHC failed 2020.5. That's movie number 9. There we go. I have said this. Alright, there we go. This is being recorded. Keep in mind, live streams are saved. Good job, Cone. Good job. Did they fix it? No, they have not fixed it yet. They have not fixed. This is hilarious. We've got it as a post-tropical hurricane. A great glitch this is, that's all I can say. So pretty much on this forecast path, assuming that this is to verify, this is expected to become a 110 mile per hour post-tropical low, somehow become tropical again in Arkansas, and then become post-tropical again in Kentucky and Virginia border. Remnants will go, and it looks like, of course, because I'm in Maryland, I have to get hit by everything. Alright, I'm just gonna say this. One more time, or remnants hit me, I cancel the talking storms for this season. Logic. But yep, that is probably the best fail that I've seen the National Hurricane Center make in a while. This is genuine. We need to get the Gordon Ramsay of weather over here. This would be hilarious if that would happen. 110 mile per hour extra. Wait, have they fixed it yet? They have still not fixed it. I think they're actually sticking with it. I don't think they're actually changing the cone. Hold on, let's see what the reaction to these cones are. Crap, which one is it? Alright, time to see what happens when I send it in. And now we wait. Okay, why does this die all of a sudden? Come on, you're supposed to be laughing. Come on. I gotta go let my cat in real quick. Come on. Get in here. Come on, get your... Thank you. I'm in the middle of a freaking live stream. I don't need your freaking interrupt. Yes, I'm live streaming. Okay. There. Alright, so this is the current situation then. 110 mile... I'm not gonna let this go. Nothing on Twitter yet. See, I'm waiting to see if there's any new damage pictures from Laura here. Hey, look, that's me. Alright, anyways. See, nothing new. Waited the new Recon pass, of course. Updated Recon. There is no update on the Recon seems. Other than the fact that apparently they decided not to sample the eastern, northeastern area. Probably because the northeastern area is getting way too close to landfall now. Interesting to say the least, but yeah, I'm pretty sure this has already peaked. We're at peak now. I must say, HWRF did a really good job with this. I wonder if the National Hurricane Center is actually going to go fix their cone concerning the fact they've got 110 mile per hour EX here. Like an extratropical hurricane with winds of 110 miles an hour in Louisiana is expected to be tropical again. What do you want, 413? I'm in the middle of busy. Oh my freaking god, I hate being mentioned. Seriously, where is this?
gonna pretend that I'm pretty sure that was a freaking everyone ping. Where do you figure out how you go? Okay, no, too late for that. Alright, so all the advisories and issues are out. We're still waiting for the latest. So as of right now, this is what Laura is currently on satellite imagery. Getting really close to landfall now. Alright, so let's see how other people are handling it so far as we get closer. Why? No, this is not Katrina though. So of course, here's all the the tornado ones stacked together, as you can tell. Alright, nothing really special. Alright, so, alright, update, let's see if the National Hurricane Center has fixed their mistake yet. We're about to find out. It looks like they have just found out. Hi, Sea Stars, welcome to finding out that I'm live. Alright, so I don't know what else to do in this situation. I'm not seeing any new surge. I think normally I'd see surge fix, but I'm pretty oh, there we go. Oh my. This was the Dominican Republic. If this was the Dominican Republic, just imagine how the U.S. would be tomorrow. Alright, so it looks like someone's... it's really not good picture of anything. There we go. Alright, so this is Orange County, Texas. You can see pretty much the waves of water rushing down. Only the beginning of what is about to be a very bad night for them. Keep in mind, if you have any questions, continue to ask them in the live chat. Alright, so the highest tide of the month will come into Lake Charles just after 6 a.m. Obviously, I'm not staying out that long. Okay, going into this client lounge. Time to do shameless advertising of my personal server. A great server. Alright, let's see what we got here. OMG, Big Thanos in the sky.
You got this guy yelling at us.
Oh no.
You got the cops yelling at Reed Timber over here. This is pure fucking pandemonium right now.
Yes!
You got this guy yelling at us. You got the cops yelling at Reed Timber over here. This is pure fucking pandemonium right now.
Well, they're yelling at Reed Timmer, a freaking trained storm spotter, and this is... Oh, it looks like they fixed the cone, guys. We no longer have 110 mile per hour extra tropical storm expected. Yep, apparently that is how bad it's gotten, to the point that Reed Timmer is getting kicked off now. And someone made a magnetic truck. Okay, whatever, they think is perfectly normal. Poor Reed Timmer. He's trying. Wait. I wonder if Reed Timmer's got any live footage here. I'm pretty sure he does tend to do. Let's see here. Reed Timmer. Your website doesn't even work. Okay. Storm. Wait, I'm just seeing it's storm stagers. There we go. Let's see what we got here. Oh gosh, Lake Charles. What the frick? Wow, that is a lot of chasers.
Yeah. Pop-Tarts, peanut butter crackers, water, Gatorade, Red Bull.
Welcome to People Handling Storms in Lake Charles live. Oh crap, I just ignored this. Not for broadcast. You can see the waves, they're just rushing. Okay, at least they're in the cars.
Hey, when you call me 9 o'clock?
Why are they talking about putting deodorant? I love this conversation. I love this. This is a pretty much comedy and a freaking hurricane here. See, that's just one camp here. Switching over to Beaumont, Texas, there's really nothing going on there, just some clouds and rain. Going to chase Warrior, that's also in Beaumont. So really nothing there. So pretty much the main action, of course, is in Lake Charles. We have another conversation. Let's see what they're talking about this time. It's just some heavy rain, though. Very heavy rain. Keep in mind, this is going to be hitting Lake Charles badly, so don't know why they're pretty much positioning themselves to be hit badly there, but this is what they're doing. Let me check the winds in Lake Charles currently. For those wondering, the Lake Charles is currently at a wind at 26 miles an hour. The pressure there is currently 29.6 inches. So that is the current situation there that you're seeing. 26 miles an hour for winds. Just around 1,000.
Is that lightning? Yeah, that's power flashes too.
Oh boy, we got power flash.
Power flashes on the other side.
Looks like we're getting power
I thought
flashes.
they cut the power. What's that? I thought they cut the power. They ain't cutting power to the whole town, it's just the hotel. Oh.
Sometimes there's no more power flashes that will come. Looks like this is a very steadily degrading situation in Louisiana as they get closer to what will become an absolute monstrosity. So they're zooming into the waves right now. You can see the ferocity of these waves. Okay, good. The police has let Ray go. Cool. Audio has been cut out from the stream for some reason. It looks like they're talking privately about something. Intriguing. Worth noting, I've now been streaming for 3 freaking hours. 3 hours I've been streaming. Waiting to see what happens with if there's anything audio feedback. Alright, well, looks like someone's on the phone. I don't know why they're standing outside during this, but okay, it seems whatever they do, whatever, I guess. Let's see what's checking on in Beaumont in the meantime while they finish their call. You can see pretty much more of the clouds are coming in. You got rain coming in. Really nothing much to report at the moment. Why is there a city called Iowa and freaking Louisiana? I quit. Alright, back to Brad Arnold. Some reason there's still no audio coming in from this. Where we can inference is that the winds continue to grow stronger there. I'm pretty sure the winds are up a little bit now. No, winds are still up to 26 right now. But the first heavy band is now entering their area. So they're fixing the camera. The beginning of the multiple bands are to ensue. The heaviest band isn't really forecasted to set up until around 2:30 in the morning. That is when the Iowa will reach Lake Charles, it seems. What the frick, Savitar, what are you doing in here? I did not expect that. So, needless to say, for those that are getting in here, Laura is currently a 150-mile-per-hour storm making landfall in Louisiana very shortly. Within the next hour. Alright. Updated live feed. Alright, so yeah, Louisiana's getting themselves screwed. Alright. Alright, so, getting up to, Recon, it looks like the final Recon phases are going down now. Looks like this is definitely peaked at this point. Recon is now sampling the northwestern edge. Of course, they're still finding the Cat 4 force winds. Alright, so, look into tornado warnings. I have not caught you all up on those yet. We have a tornado. Oh, that's because there has been none, I think. Yeah, no tornado warnings recently. Alright. not much to report. Otherwise, let me see what's going on in terms of this live coverage that I saw. Where's the one with live coverage? There it is. Alright, so here's an update on what it looks like in Lake Charles, Louisiana. This is the current... Okay, geez, I'm opening it on my phone. I got a life. I'm tracking a hurricane that's got winds of 150 miles an hour. Yeah, this is the scene. Apparently, audio is still cut from this for some reason. Alright, so yeah, rain's getting harder in Lake Charles. Obviously, tomorrow morning it'll be looking very much different. Also, for those noting, I always lose bets. That is nothing new with me. I've lost bets for about 20 months and counting. Oh, by the way, I had the profile picture for a week. I'm a stupid person. I made a big oopsie. That's all I can say. Oh yeah, that was like December and January and February. Oh yeah, I don't multiple. I've lost way too many bets. I've lost like 8. Don't worry. You missed when I had my. Of course, you missed the fact that I had the furry profile picture not too long ago. Alright. Alright, so yeah, winds continuing to deteriorate, in Lake Charles. If only there were other people, but I guess not. Lake Charles is now under a tornado warning. A river flood warning as well. There's a lot of tornado warnings with this now. Not fun. Alright, so looking at the tornado warnings that we now have associated with this thing. Let me go to this tab, I believe. So we got the tornado warning that continues for Cameron, Creole, and Grand Chenier until 10:45 Central Time. Pretty much the same cities are getting hammered again and again and again. Like, you're seeing the same people get the same tornado warnings. It's just never ending. Alright, so... we're over halfway there. We should be getting a new advisory in the thing now, soon. Alright, let's see what it's like in Beaumont, Texas. Probably boring. Watch me be right. Watch me be right as it loads. Doesn't load, therefore it's boring. So boring it doesn't even load. Oh look, it's still boring. Nothing special. Nobody cares about you, Texas. Go stick with Louisiana. Alright, so yeah, the winds are starting to pick up really bad. You can see the wind pretty much blowing the palm tree. Ah yes, palm trees. The one-way palm tree gang. Still see the waves pretty much slowly increasing over the last couple of minutes, but really it's just a slow turn towards the worst. I mean, what emotion am I supposed to be here? I'm trying to be as like I can have this little girl voice like here, and then I can have this or this. I don't know. I mean, what voice do you really want me to have here? I mean, Alan, please stop self-advertising. This is not the place. Sheesh. Alright, so let's see what we got here. So no new things, I guess. I mean, this really is becoming uninteresting now, so. Alright, let me see if I got any more damage or anything like that in terms of that. No, nothing in terms of that. Just the same thing being expressed all over again. See, nothing new at the moment. I'll stream Minecraft probably like at some point, but okay, so we got a new video from Soul for Louisiana. Hello, everyone just chilling here, like pretending this is just another storm. Like, legitimately, everyone's just sitting there and be like, nice weather we're having. Alright, so it looks like landfall is definitely within the next 2 or 3 hours, likely near, yeah, I don't know how Joseph is, or Spookster is right now. It's not looking good. Jonathan, or whatever you want to call him. So yep, keep in mind, once this makes landfall, this will be the earliest 7th landfall ever recorded, the earliest 7th U.S. landfall. Keep in mind, we've already had 7 landfalls, well, 6 landfalls before this. Bertha, Cristobal, Faye, Hannah, Isaias, and now we are looking at Laura. Keep in mind, only 8 names remain on this list. 8. And then after that, we will have to use Greek names, starting with Alpha and going up to Omega. Salvatore, that it's physically impossible to eat the hurricane. This is only hurricanes can eat hurricanes, which hasn't happened in a while. Alright, I'll probably be ending the stream soon because it's just the same old at this point. It's really hard to get damage at this point, and considering the fact that it's getting late for a lot of people here. Fun. The chat is great right now, that's all I can say. The YouTube chat is amazing. Yes, I of course get the reference, except I've been banned the last 2 months, so I can't really associate. Okay, anyways. No, we're not resting in macaroni. I shall now sound the alarm of very interesting sounds. Thank you for listening to my cursed sounds. Alright, so yeah, I'm probably gonna be ending the stream soon, so oh well. I've been doing this for 4 hours. Alright, so let me see here. Let me look at what the stats are for this current stream now. I'm pretty sure they're good now. Where are they? Where did they put the freaking tab for it? Ah, yes, that's great. 271 playbacks, chat rate is 13 a minute, and 6 minutes and 53 average watch time. Cool! Chat rate is epic. Playback is epic. Cool. Cool. Alright, so yep, keep in mind we have our new area of investigation. Probably going to be doing the same thing somewhere. It's either going to be pulling an Azalias or it's going to be pulling another Laura. Hopefully not we. So, new tornado warning, which includes Cameron, Louisiana, Holly Beach, Louisiana, and Creole until 11:30 p.m. Central. This is their 5th tornado warning now. Their 5th. This is the tornado warning that never ends, clearly. Alright, so I'll be wrapping up the stream at midnight, and yeah. I think a 4-hour stream is good enough. Oh, previously unreal. At least this has been settled, though.
You got this guy yelling at us. You got the cops yelling at region and we're over here. It's just pure fucking pandemonium right now.
Good times. Thankfully that was resolved, but, you know. Alright, so I'll be wrapping up the stream, I guess. Everyone that's in the past, stay safe, but needless to say, I'm pretty sure it's just the same stuff being reiterated. So, thanks for coming on. I hope you enjoyed, I guess, my 3.5 hours of coverage. And videos will resume once the threat of Laura is over, so probably Saturday. Anyways, see y'all later. Bye. Once I figure out how to end this.